The art of good enough, how perfectionism hinders happiness and growth. Hey friends, in our culture, striving for the ideal is often glorified. We want to be ideal parents, employees, friends, have an ideal body, home, career. From childhood, we're taught to strive for the best, not to give up until we achieve perfection. And at first glance, this seems right. But what if this pursuit of the ideal, this very perfectionism, is actually one of the main obstacles to our happiness, productivity, and even growth? Today, we'll explore how perfectionism can become a real trap, why good enough is often better than perfect, and how to find a balance between quality and completion. Ready to learn how to let go of the grip of the ideal and start living a more fulfilling life? Then let's go. Part 1. What is perfectionism, and why do we strive for it? So, what exactly is perfectionism? It's not just a desire to do well. It's an obsessive, often irrational belief that everything you do must be flawless, without a single mistake or imperfection. And this belief is accompanied by an extremely self-critical attitude if that ideal isn't achieved. Where does this drive come from? 1. Social pressure. Social media creates the illusion of a perfect life. Everyone around us seems successful, beautiful, happy. We compare ourselves to this unattainable image and feel inadequate. 2. Upbringing. Some of us grew up in environments where mistakes weren't tolerated, where love and praise were only given for excellent results. 3. Fear of failure and judgment. If everything is perfect, there's nothing to criticize, right? Perfectionism often becomes a shield against potential criticism or rejection. 4. Connection to self-esteem. For many, perfectionism is closely linked to self-esteem. I am only valuable when I do everything perfectly. Initially, perfectionism might seem like a positive trait. After all, who doesn't want to do quality work? But the difference between healthy striving for excellence and destructive perfectionism is huge. Part 2. The hidden traps of perfectionism. Perfectionism isn't just a character trait. It's a complex set of behaviors that lead to serious problems. 1. Procrastination and analysis paralysis. Ironically, perfectionists are often the biggest procrastinators. The fear of starting something if it won't be perfect leads them to not start anything at all. Or they spend an endless amount of time analyzing and planning, never moving to action. This is called analysis paralysis. Example, you want to write a book, but the perfect first paragraph doesn't come to mind and you put off starting for months. 2. Low productivity and wasted time. Endless editing, redoing, refining minor details that don't actually change the essence of the project. This consumes an enormous amount of time and energy without proportional returns. 3. Burnout and chronic stress. The constant pursuit of an unattainable ideal creates immense mental tension. The brain never rests because there's always something to improve. This is a direct path to burnout, anxiety, and depression. 4. Fear of making mistakes and inability to learn. Mistakes are our best teacher. But for a perfectionist, a mistake is a catastrophe, proof of their inadequacy. Therefore, they avoid new challenges where mistakes are possible, thereby depriving themselves of the opportunity to grow and develop. 5. Strained relationships. A perfectionist often places excessive demands not only on themselves, but also on others. This can damage relationships with loved ones, colleagues, and friends who simply cannot meet their unrealistic expectations. 6. Missed opportunities. Perfect is the enemy of good. While a perfectionist polishes insignificant details, others have already completed the project, received feedback, made improvements, and moved on. You simply miss out on opportunities. Part 3. In defense of good enough. The art of the imperfect. It's time to talk about the concept of good enough. This doesn't mean doing poorly or cutting corners. It means consciously deciding when a result meets the required standards and goals, and further effort won't provide significant added value. Why is good enough so important? 1. Completion is the main driver. A finished project, even if not perfect, brings energy, motivation, and a sense of progress. It allows you to get feedback, learn from real experience, and move forward. 2. Resource savings. It frees up an enormous amount of time, energy, and mental resources that can be directed towards new projects, learning, or rest. 3. Flexibility and adaptability. The world is constantly changing. A perfect solution today might be outdated tomorrow. The ability to quickly adapt, release minimum viable products, and improve them along the way is far more valuable than spending years on a perfect solution that may never see the light of day. 4. Self-acceptance and embracing mistakes. This is an opportunity to accept that we, like our creations, are imperfect, and that's okay. It is precisely in this imperfection that our uniqueness and opportunity for growth lie. Part 4. How to learn to be good enough. Practical steps. Getting rid of perfectionism doesn't mean becoming careless. It means becoming more mindful and strategic. Here are some steps. 1. Define the goal and standards for the task before you start. Before you begin, ask yourself, what is the purpose of this task? What quality will be sufficient to achieve this goal? Write down these standards. This is your guide. Example. The goal of a presentation is to convey a key message, not to win an Oscar for slide design. 2. Set time limits and stick to them. I will spend 3 hours on this essay, period. When the time is up, stop. This disciplines you and teaches you to let go. 3. Apply the minimum viable product principle. First, create a basic, functional version of your project. Release it, get feedback, then go and improve it. This is an iterative approach. Example, instead of waiting for a perfect website design, launch a simple working version. 4. Practice conscious imperfection. Deliberately leave small, non-critical imperfections in your work. For example, allow yourself a less than perfect font in a document or a not quite symmetrical drawing. This trains your brain to accept imperfection. 5. Change your attitude towards mistakes. View them as data, as an opportunity to learn. Every setback is a step forward if you learn from it. Cultivate a growth mindset. 6. Reduce social comparison. Unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate. Remember that social media is a storefront, not reality. 7. Start small. Don't try to immediately tackle your biggest perfectionist projects. Start with small tasks where you can allow yourself to be good enough. 8. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself as you would a friend who is struggling with perfectionism. Be kind and patient with yourself. Part 5. The power of incompleteness in creativity and learning. The Zeigarnik effect is incredibly useful in creative professions and the learning process. For writers and artists, starting work, even if you don't know how to finish it, is half the battle. A draft, a sketch, the first line. These kickstart the creative process. Many creative people consciously leave their projects imperfect at a certain stage to maintain internal drive. For students, reading material in chunks, interrupting before the most difficult part, can improve retention. Also, if you're studying for an exam, don't try to go through all the material at once. Break it into sessions, leaving something unfinished between them. Conclusion. So friends, the pursuit of perfection can be a driving force for progress, but only as long as it doesn't turn into self-destructive perfectionism. The art of good enough is not a compromise on quality, but a wise approach to life that allows us to be more productive, happier, and freer. Let go of the grip of the ideal. Allow yourself to be imperfect. Allow your projects to be imperfect, because it is precisely in this good enough that the path to true happiness, real growth, and fulfilled dreams often lies. Start practicing these tips today. You'll be surprised how much energy and joy embracing good enough will bring you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with those who might find it helpful. See you next time.